Hey guys, welcome to the LightMAYker Series. I'm Cassandra Bodzak. Thanks for tuning in for another LightMAYker episode. And today I want to talk about how to weather a crisis. I was flipping through my feed this morning and I saw a Humans of New York quote that really hit home. And it was an interview, of course, as they all are at Humans of New York. And they were asking the guy for, some life advice. And one of the things he said was, when the wave comes, go deep. And it just resonated with me so much. You guys know how I love my flow and ocean and water analogies, so I'm a total water baby. And growing up, that was something that came really instinctually to me. I love the ocean. I would always go get lost in the ocean all day when we were at the beach. And one thing I knew was that when the wave came, I just dived right in and went deep and under it. Then I could just enjoy the process, and kind of, I'd always come out on the other side. Whereas when I tried to run away from the wave would always kind of get me and, either knock me down or, kind of get me to lose my balance. Or, when I tried to just push through the wave, oftentimes the wave took me under anyway, and it was a lot more painful. And it's a really great metaphor for how we deal with crisis in our lives. A lot of times we see that wave coming, or we don't see the wave coming. The wave's just there, and we have a split second to make a decision whether we're going to go deep, whether we're going to run away from it, or we're going to just, ego chest bump through it. And I'm here to tell you that the answer is always to go deep. Because if you try to run away from it, it's going to catch up to you. If you try to ego chest bump it, and just stand your ground and push through it, it's just going to end up, eventually taking you down and having you lose your balance, lose your grounding. So whether, it's a breakup, it's a death in the family, it's a loved one that's ill, it's losing your job. I know a lot of people right now during this time are, breaking off relationships, or they've lost their jobs. There's a lot of different energetic things going on right now. And when we see them as an opportunity to go deep, we're able to be transformed by them in a really beautiful way. And most of the biggest transformations in my life happened when a wave came and I had to go deep. In fact, that's what brought me to meditation, really, was when I had the tsunami of my life, kind of come crashing down on me, and I was forced to go deep. And that kind of just, was luckily my instinct. I just knew I needed to feel it. So what exactly does going deep mean, other than, this airy-fairy ocean talk, right? So going deep means feeling what you're going through. So, something happens, you're hurt, you're upset, feel your feelings. When we feel our feelings, we allow them to release. We allow our bodies to detoxify from them. When we're bottling our feelings up, when we're trying to pretend we're not feeling our feelings, when we're trying to push through something or muscle through some situation, then that's when our emotions will literally make us sick. And a lot of times this manifests as, stomach trouble. Sometimes it just gets lodged in your tissues and it comes back to haunt you later down the road. But it's so much healthier to just go deep, feel your feelings, go there, go to that sad place, allow it to all come up so that it can be released from you. And then that's when we take out our spiritual toolbox and we really get to work. And we say, okay, let me sit down on my meditation pillow. Let me journal. Let me do some deep self-reflection. Let me truly connect to who I really am and get some guidance around this. Because then once we're in that space, once we've felt what we're feeling, we allow those emotions to come up. We can dive deeper with a greater sense of clarity and bring that to our meditation practice, to our journaling practice. Begin a meditation practice or a journaling practice. If you're in that place and don't know yet, there are lots of great guided meditations on YouTube. I have some on my channel. You can find them on the guided meditation playlist. There are a bunch of them all over YouTube for you. Find something that you resonate with. Listen to it every day, and then journal afterwards. Really, once you've like cleared a little bit of the fog, write it down, get it all out. Journal. I think journaling is super therapeutic, especially when you're going through a crisis, because you want to get through all that noise, because there's so much noise in our head, right? When something like that's going on, get through all of that noise, write all of that noise down, get it all out. I always call it word vomit. It's like word vomit, all that stuff you don't want in your body. And then you'll get to the good stuff. Then you'll start seeing the light peering through. Slowly but surely, but give yourself that time to go deep. And one thing I tell a lot of my clients, and anyone really who's going through a tough time, is give yourself that time. Give yourself that time. One of the best things I ever did during, the wake of that tsunami, or my eat, pray, love bathroom moment, as I like to call it, was give myself the time. I gave myself a couple weeks. I did as best as I could. I took some days off from the job I was working at the time when I had to. I allowed myself that time to really just be with myself, to take care of myself, to meditate, feed myself properly, take baths, and really tune in. I think it's really important to give yourself that time, because if we don't give ourselves that time, we're really not going deep. We're still trying, we're trying to ego muscle through it. We're trying to pretend that everything is okay. And I understand, I have heard a bunch of you say, well, it's not so easy sometimes to get that time. I talked to one of my friends who's actually a teacher, and she was telling me, she's that like how stressed she was, and end of school exams and graduation and all this stuff she has going on. And I was telling her, okay, so you have to find the time, and perhaps that's not necessarily like a life crisis, it's just kind of a crazy time, but regardless, you need to make that time. And I strongly recommend, if you are going through a big crisis, if you're going, through something like what she's going through, which is just kind of, a crazy time in life, and it's really important. I told her, take that bubble bath, make your shower really special. Get some really nice Epsom salts or Himalayan sea salts to detoxify you, exfoliate with. Do the little things you can do. Get extra sleep. There are ways we can carve those moments into your day. And really just ask for that. Ask for guidance on it. Help me go deeper. Help me find that time. Help me find that space. And it'll be revealed. And it's a really important time if you are in this place where you're going through a crisis, where you're going to go deep. This is now a better time than ever to really stand in your power, really prioritize you, and give yourself that love and attention that you need. The path to self-love is far beyond bubble baths and drinking green juice and eating salads. That's all self-care. That's great. That's nourishing your body. That's important. But self-love is really when it gets a little dirty, when you're in like the depths of the wave, when you're under that ocean and you're really working through some stuff, when you're finding the assignment in these situations, when you're seeing the growth that's going to happen from it. And I promise you, if you go deep, you will emerge transformed, and you will be so glad you did, and you'll never try to run away from the waves again. So I hope this was helpful. If there is something that came up for you during this, feel free to comment below. I absolutely love your comments, and I love answering them all. So don't hesitate to reach out. And of course, if you have any other ideas for future LightMAYker videos, if you have questions you want to ask me, you want to hear me respond in one of these LightMAYker videos, I'd be happy to do it. Feel free to email me or leave a comment below. I listen to all your notes, and it's really a pleasure. Don't forget to subscribe for new videos here all the time, as well as the upcoming Eat with Intention in July. All right, guys, have a great night. Bye.